All of you may not know this, but Mississippi does not have contracts for ESPs. One of the things that I would like to do is change that. I would like to implement a plan, present it, to get contracts that include year-round pay for all education support professionals. One of the things that I was accustomed to when I worked in Norfolk, Virginia was year-round pay and contracts. I got paid every 2 weeks, all through the summer, all through Christmas break, year-round. I was accustomed to getting paid every 2 weeks. My husband retired from the military and we moved back to the great state of Mississippi where I grew up. And I got into the public school system there and I found out we get paid once a month and we don't have contracts and we don't have year-round pay. It was a big adjustment because you go from getting paid every 2 weeks to getting paid once a month. And then you have that summer break. That summer break is usually 2 to 3 months. You go 2 to 3 months without a paycheck. That could be very hard on families, especially single moms. We have several single moms that work for our school district. And they have to get summer jobs to support their family. And sometimes it's a daily struggle just to put food on the table. Well, then you have Christmas break. You go 6 weeks in between paychecks. And sometimes that paycheck that you get in December has to last 6 weeks, and it's usually only 10 to 15 days of pay. That's also a struggle because you have to buy Christmas presents. You have to still pay your bills that you have all year long and take care of other needs. Well then, excuse me, I'm sorry. ESPs in the classroom, one of their roles is to help with discipline, control discipline. One of their roles is to help the teacher with lessons, do mini lessons, take attendance, take care of the folders, take care of lunch money, things like that. I've heard several times how valuable ESPs are, how our assistants are. And a lot of times assistants have to be out for one reason or another. And I hear teachers say, I can't do this, I can't do that because I don't have my assistant. There are some assistants who have college degrees, may not be in teaching, but they have college degrees. And then you have assistants who are going back to school to get their college degree to become a teacher, to fill that teacher gap. When teachers retire, you have to replace them. So our assistants are going back to school to become teachers to fill that gap. Well, then you have in our state, you have to take a test to become an assistant, or you have to have 2 years of college, okay? So where is that reward for our hard work that we have to go through to become education support professionals? Well, one of the things that we can do, or the state of Mississippi could do, to show us that respect and that due reward is give us contracts. Give us year-round pay to where we don't have to struggle during the summer months and we don't have to struggle during the Christmas break. How is it a win-win situation for both the school district and the employee? Well, you have employees who are more productive, who are willing to get up and go to work, who are willing to go back to school to fill that teacher gap. Some districts say, well, it's an accounting issue, that we're afraid we're going to overpay you because if you use all of your sick days and all your personal days, then you take another day, well, we're paying you. Well, situation, has arisen in other states. Solution to that is that very last paycheck that they get at the end of that district's fiscal year, you just adjust that paycheck and you deduct that day or two that they may have missed to cover up that loss. And then other districts say, well, how is that going to benefit us? Well, if you take the district, okay, and you set it up by contract and say the employee gets $12,000 a year for their contract, you divide it up $1,000 a month, That extra money stays in the bank, so what is the district making? The district makes money because they're not forking out all that money out, for only like 10 months. They get to keep that money in the bank a couple extra months, so what are they making? They're making interest. They're making money. So that's a win-win situation for both the employee and the school district. So my proposal is show that ESP that respect, show that ESP that you care about them, show that ESP that you want them to stay with your district. You're already trained, you already know the system. Show them that respect that they deserve. Show them that you care, you're compassionate. Give them a contract, give them year-round pay. Guarantee you will have a more productive employee and a happy employee who'll be willing to stay and who'll be willing to become that teacher, to go that extra step, to go that extra mile, not only for the school district, but for the one reason why you're there. And what is that one reason why you do your job? Mine is the children. I love children. That's why I've been with the district. Even though mine are in college, I'm still with the public school district in elementary ed. Thank you.